Then Mr. Hagainde comes and says, even the rent, we don't want it. Keep it. It's yours. Who has created the problem? Tell me.
What's up? My name is Ken Bimbo, the MC with the sauce. Don't forget to subscribe to JCOO.
Is that the margin with which we win 2026 might be diminished a little bit. Instead of Tonse winning 2026 by 1.5 million votes, we might win 2026 by 1.4 million votes because of Mingala. But whatever the case, we are winning. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I think due to time.
Okay, there's a second question.
There is a second question.
Yes.
This is the last
Cost of living.
Cost
run out
of
time.
blaming the former ruling party.
Yes, Jesse. Thank you. Very important question indeed. Remember Frederick Titus Jacob Chiluba, when he was campaigning, a realist that he was, he asked Zambians, are you willing to tighten your belts when I come? And the Zambians said, yes. And after he was elected, he said, I have come to clean up the mess. And you said you tighten your belts because he was a realist and he was speaking the truth. And to follow on what President Peter Chanda said, he was a righteous man. Then came somebody else who said, I am coming. I am the angel. The one who has been anointed by God. All those who lived before me were evil. When I come, all of you shall have 3 meals a day. The day I am just elected, the whole country will celebrate because the Son of God will have come. Isn't it, therefore, extremely frustrating for you Zambians that the same person who said, vote for me and everything will be good, now he's turning around and saying, you are suffering because of the ones I removed. Huh? Now, questions are easy to ask, Jesse. And I can say, yes, I accept on behalf of Edgar Chagwalungu, on behalf of the PF, I accept one thing that we did wrong. We did not stockpile maize for 10 years. We should have reserved maize for 10 years, knowing that the guy who is coming will have an appetite to sell all our maize. Had we built silos to stock maize for 10 years, we would have still got maize which was produced by the PF government. Unfortunately, we had maize for 3 years. And these guys, within 1 year, they sold that maize. So yes, blame it on us that we didn't produce for 10 years. But at least we showed that we could produce for 3 years. And they sold it. Are you blaming us for selling the maize? And also, Zambians, can you imagine that you produce your maize and you export it and you tell the traders, export the maize duty-free? Duty-free. The law is that when you export any commodity from Zambia to another country, you must collect duty so that the Zambian economy improves. But these fellows said, you maize marketing organizations, maize marketing traders, export it duty-free. Keep the 20%. Who caused that crisis? We already spoke about tax holidays. The PF government said, every miner, you are mining our resources. If you don't want to tell us the truth about your profit, you are lying to us about your profit, but at least pay us rent in the form of mineral royalty tax. Whether you make profit or not, because you are mining our copper, give us this mineral royalty tax. Then Mr. Hagainde comes and says, even the rent, we don't want it. Keep it. It's yours. Who has created the problem? Tell me. We as PF, when we formed government in 2011, Zambia's electricity generation capacity was only 1,600 megawatts. In 10 years, we doubled it to 3,200 megawatts. With 3,200 megawatts, we should be able to export and still maintain sufficient power. What has happened? A small little crisis, you deny your Zambians power so that the people in Kalingalinga can't do their welding. The women can't run their saloons. The boys can't run their barber shops. Butcheries can't stockpile meat because the cold rooms are not working. The prices increase because the demand exceeds supply. Who has caused that? Meanwhile, you're exporting power to Namibia, and the Namibians are even clapping for you, and when there's a funeral in Namibia, you don't even go. So you're losing both ways. Huh? Now, tell me, when they were campaigning, they were saying, these guys have borrowed 14 billion. Yes, we borrowed 14 billion. But we can point at where that 14 billion went. Even the bridge that Hagainde brags about today, the Kazungula Bridge, came from that 14 billion. And now that bridge is paying back to the economy of Zambia. The trucks that were being marooned at Kazungula are no longer marooned there. We have eased the movement of trade between Zambia and Botswana, Zimbabwe, and South Africa. That 14 billion built our airport. And the guy was saying, why are you building an airport where there are only 3 planes that are landing? Buys dollar and externalizes the dollar, meaning that the amount of dollar in your economy has reduced. And then you tell this same company, even collect the little that we are getting from the toll gates, and we are going to allow you to run the road for 25 years, and no money must accrue to Zambia until after 25 years. Is that PF? No. Hagainde, please, for once, be sincere. Tell the people that you formed government thinking that we will run it for you. He was thinking that probably after he forms government, the PF will still continue to run government and he remains as president. He didn't realize that he will have to do the work. Now, to use his own language, and I've said this before, Jamule Menaji Budumwana. And Zambians, please, I assist Hagainde, assist him by showing him the door. Let him zwa so that he can go and do what he knows to do. To just talk and lie. The guy qualifies to be BMW. He arrests Nakachinda for saying, take a matako punch. And for him, he says, ndatega matako. If I call my matago, publicly. I say, Dabika Glugu Matago, Dakarajuno. If another one comes to me and tells me, Lubinda, Karigana Bika Matago Ansi, I mustn't arrest them. Is that all because of PF? Yes, it is because of PF. Exactly what we said in 2021. When we said, these programs you are opposing, you think that you are going to celebrate forever that you have won elections. The green ghost will haunt you. So the green ghost is haunting them that they have become confused. They don't even know what to do. Now, like President Tembo said, they are even running away from parliament. You can imagine a government that has cabinet ministers that run away from an institution that was established by the Constitution to be an institution in which the government is held accountable by the people. They run away from that entity. They run away from that institution. And Hagainde is quiet.
It's politically important.
Hagainde should have manned up to punish those ministers of his, to punish those MPs, to remind them that they were elected to defend his policies in parliament and not to run away. Now, if they are running away from Mutoto Kafwaya, I can assure you that they are feeling the force of this combination. And they have done well. I say, well done, Hagainde, for staging that coup on 24th October 2023. Well done, because it has made it possible for the green ghost to rise through Tonse. And now you are facing it every night. And we shall continue to tell you that whether you like it or not, alebwerera po.
Gentlemen from the press, we now come to the end of today's press briefing. I would ask you to stand up and sing the national anthem.
One London, one nation is our cry.
Thanks for tuning in to JQ News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest updates on tech, politics, and everything in between. Until next time, stay cool.